Guys, is there a timepiece that you purchased that didn't live up to your expectations in ownership? Like, take for example, you see a timepiece online, you see it on Instagram, maybe even YouTube, and you told yourself, wow, this timepiece is beautiful. I'm gonna pick this timepiece up next week. Or I'll save up and put some funds together and purchase this timepiece in 4 or 5 months. But let's say 1 month go by, maybe even 6 months, a year or two, and you start looking at this timepiece like,
why did I even purchase this watch? What did I see in this timepiece that made me buy it?
Guys, I want you to comment down below in this video that timepiece for you. In today's video, I'm gonna reveal 3 timepieces that's gonna surprise you that I've purchased that didn't live up to my expectations, sadly. Before we get into the video, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's get into it. Before I get into the 3 watches that I purchased that didn't live up to my expectations, I first gotta say thank you. I appreciate you guys for subscribing and engaging and commenting down below and giving the video a thumbs up. Because my channel is small, I'm able to actually engage and see you guys comment, and the ones that's regular on every video commenting, I appreciate it. The channel is definitely growing, and that's how I want it to go. Even though it's slow, I am not complaining. I believe in life, the things that you get quick, you just don't appreciate it enough.
He ain't lying.
Like something that you actually put some effort into, and it's a slow process. I believe at the end, once you reach your goals, the gratitude you're gonna have and the appreciation is gonna be on a high level. And I think I wanna actually get there and feel a high level of gratitude. I wanna get there, and it's gonna happen over time. And you guys are gonna be on the journey to enjoy it with me.
Ha! Gay!
But anyways, enough about the little mushiness. But guys, let's get into it. Remember, comment down below that timepiece for you that didn't live up to its expectations. But for the first watch that didn't live up to my expectation in ownership is the Tudor Black Bay 36. If you guys see this timepiece online, you could already tell why I may not have enjoyed this timepiece long term. It's a very simple, plain timepiece. I recommend this timepiece for someone that's just getting into watches. It could be a first watch. It could be a watch that you buy for your kid, let's say graduating high school, going into college. It's that simple to me. I can't remember exactly how much I paid. I think I paid $2 grand for it. Wasn't too expensive. Yeah, it was around that, $2 grand. But you could fetch one for a little bit less. You could get one for like $1,500-$1,600. But anyways, as you guys can see, this timepiece is plain. Of course, it's a 36mm size case, which I love. You guys know I love the smaller cases. So that kind of made me gravitate towards it. I was going between that and the Tudor Black Bay 58, like, you know, the sub, the 39mm size case. But for some reason, I picked up the 36.
No better word than stupid. Right? There is none.
I enjoyed it for a short period. Of course, like everything new. But in the long term, I think it was after maybe 3-4 weeks, I was like, why did I buy this timepiece? I could have put that money into another piece that I would have actually enjoyed. The reasons why I didn't like it, like I mentioned, it was just so plain and simple. And another reason why it wasn't a vintage timepiece. You guys know I like vintage timepieces. Even though I do appreciate modern pieces, this one was just too simple. It lacked character. That's the only way I can describe it. It didn't have enough character for me. As you guys know, I value vintage timepieces with patina, and this timepiece just didn't have it. Comment down below if you guys see what I'm talking about. If you guys have ever owned this watch or own it right now, let me know what you guys think about the Tudor Black Bay 36 with the black dial. I believe it also comes with a blue dial, but I got the black dial. Now for the second and third timepiece that didn't live up to my expectations in ownership. And I'm gonna wrap them up in like a package because they're pretty much the same timepiece. They're Rolex Submariners. The reference number 16610 and 16613. So hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I know that the Rolex Submariner hype is there. These were considered neo-vintage. They weren't new, and they weren't really vintage. The sub black dial was, I think, a 1988. And the two-tone bluesy, I can't remember, but definitely like a 1994 or something like that reference year for that timepiece. But here's the reasons why these timepieces didn't live up to my expectations. One, for the steel sub, again, it's plain and simple. The timepiece didn't feel like how much I paid for it. I remember I paid around 56, between the range of 5,500 and 58 for that timepiece. And it didn't feel like that much. It didn't feel the actual timepiece on my wrist, in my hand. It felt way more cheap. That's the only word I could use. I could come up with right now was cheap. From the bracelet to the actual watch, I didn't feel anything. Yes, I had some character, of course. It was an older timepiece. I wasn't the first owner. It had some scratches. It was polished a little bit. But over time, I didn't enjoy the timepiece as much as I thought I would. The only part that I enjoyed, I'm not going to lie, is the recognition. The fact that most people know what a Rolex Submariner is, especially that one. And I was just enjoying, I guess, the flex of it to a degree back then. But in the long term, it just wasn't there for me. With that amount of money I paid, guys, there's some serious, beautiful vintage timepieces I could have gotten for that amount that I paid. The only reason why I bought it is because it was a steal. Not a steal, it was a deal. It was a good deal. I got it from an estate sale, and it was too good to be true. The price and everything checked out. The watch was original, authentic. The movement was great. Everything was good. All original. Didn't come with boxing papers. It came in a Rolex service pouch, the green one that's like a suede material. And yeah, I was excited when I received it. I wore it to the beach. I actually wore it to the beach. I didn't go into the ocean. I didn't go into the water with the timepiece. But I did enjoy the timepiece for the wrong reasons, I believe. You know, that initial excitement of, seeing it, buying it, and getting the recognition and the eyes looking at your wrist. That was it. Behind closed doors, I don't think I was enjoying it the way I thought I would have. Now, for the other sub, the bluesy, the 16613. Two-tone, 18 karat gold and stainless steel with that blue bezel, blue dial. That's so beautiful, guys. And the thing about that timepiece is it gets to a point where different timepieces look different. Like the blue fade differently from piece to piece. The dial, the bezel could be different from piece to piece. But for the timepiece that I had, it was a little too rich, if that makes sense. The timepiece is a flashy timepiece. It stands out, and you get too much attention, in my eyes, too much. There is such thing as too much attention from the wrong people too. Like, it's just a flashy piece. The gold stand out, the blue stand out, and it was just too much for me over time. I didn't feel comfortable wearing this timepiece often. It definitely wasn't a daily. It's not a daily timepiece. I would not recommend it, even here in Miami, because that's where I was when I had the timepiece. It was not the best time. It's a Miami piece for sure, but you have to go to the right places wearing this watch. You can't go to the hood. The thing about Miami is a lot of people don't know. Like, you could be in one street, you're looking at luxury and, people walking around, walking their labradoodles and all that, Starbucks. And then the next block could be a bodega and crackheads walking around. So with a timepiece like that, it's uncomfortable. A good example is like in Coconut Grove. From one block to the next, you're in a whole different world. So my point is, with owning that watch, beautiful piece, but too flashy. You have to just be cautious. You have to put it on and know where you're going. Yeah, you have to have the logistics down packed. You can't just be out and about and have that as your daily, going here, there, everywhere. Even in Miami, you see that timepiece everywhere. You see subs, you see gold pieces everywhere. But for me, that timepiece over time became too much, and I didn't enjoy it. And again, it was another timepiece that I kind of enjoyed the attention more than anything, more than the ownership. Guys, before I totally wrap up the video, I want to add something that's going to help reduce, if not eliminate, the chances or the risk of you buying a timepiece and then while you own it, you just lose love and desire to wear the timepiece. And that is to not just purchase a watch just for the object. Yes, first initially see it, you're attracted, beautiful piece, but add something else to it. Add something that makes it like, put some sentimental value to it. Like tell yourself, I'm buying this timepiece to mark this milestone or this achievement. It could be like the birthday of your child, your wedding, things like that. It's gonna help you, let's say a year or 5, 10 years down the line, whenever you look at the piece, you're not gonna be like, why did I purchase this watch? So take that into consideration when purchasing watches. Don't just look at the tangible object and say, okay, beautiful, yeah, because over time, it'll fade. Over time, things fade. We're human, so it's gonna fade. You're gonna lose a little bit at least. So when purchasing a watch, next time at least, try to add something to it that's gonna make you say, okay, that's why I purchased it. I see why, more than just, wow, it looked good when I first looked at it. But anyways, guys, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I think I already went above what I wanted. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I want you guys, if you haven't commented yet, comment the timepiece that you purchased. It could be whenever. It could be in the beginning of your journey, your collecting journey. Comment that timepiece that you purchased that was like, man, why did I buy this watch? It didn't live up to your expectations while owning it. Guys, again, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And stay tuned for the next video.